a small family business, it is important for us to maintain excellent customer service and to create that unique buying experience for you and your family. At Splendor Boats, we truly are a small family business for big family fun.
For over 42 years, Splendor Boats has been proudly manufactured here in Silver Lake, Indiana. The company's founder, Doyle, is heavily involved and still walks the floor in the creation and development of boats here at Splendor Boats. Today, I'll be touring the Splendor Boat facility and we'll get the answers to many of the most frequently asked questions that Splendor Boat receives. I'm with Splendor Boat sales manager, Brandon Coward. Brandon, what separates Splendor Boats from its competitors?
That's a great question, Tim. Really what separates us from our competitors is our whole business model. We're a small family-owned business that deals exclusively factory direct, and we only build about 50 boats a year, all of those being custom built.
Can you explain where we are right now?
We currently are standing in boat assembly. This is where 90% of the construction process takes place. But before we get too deep into this, let's go take a look where it all begins. To begin the boat construction process, gel coats are first applied. To ensure the proper thickness and coverage throughout, the gel coat is sprayed by hand using specially designed equipment. After the gel coat has been applied, pre-cut sheets of woven fiberglass strands are hand-laid and matted between layers of chopped glass until the hull has reached its proper thickness. By hand-laying the fiberglass sheets, this allows our experienced boat builders to roll and work out the fiberglass until it is smooth. This process assures a lifetime of endured strength. Now that this is complete, why don't we go take a look at our wiring department?
Great.
Tim, this is Rick, one of our wiring technicians.
Hi Rick, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Tim.
So tell me what you're doing here today.
Well, I'm building a wiring harness for the deck of the new 220 Odyssey. In this particular case, we're almost done. We've strung all the wires. And now I'm getting ready to put the fittings on the end, so when they put the wiring harness into the deck, then they can attach it to all the different devices, such as the lighting and the horn. We use all flame retardant materials, such as this particular. And this is a wire loom piece. It's blue line. That's flame retardant. We also use 10 gauge and 14 gauge wire, which far exceeds any of the current capacity. And in many cases, using that higher, larger wire also is more than what other manufacturers use.
So why doesn't Splendor Boats farm it out to a third-party assembler?
We have absolute control of quality then. We know exactly how each terminal is put on. We know how each particular splice is made. We have our own techniques so that we don't have the failures in those areas. Also, we have the ability then to make changes. If a person wants some type of an accessory that's not standard, we can incorporate that instantly into this wiring harness and for that customer.
Hey, great. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
Well, Tim, now you've seen some of the process that makes Splendor Boats unique. Let's go see if we can find Adam, our president, and see if he can tell you a little bit more about the catamaran hull.
Great. I'm now with the president of Splendor Boats, Adam Heckman. Adam, what makes the Splendor Boat hull so unique?
Well, Tim, there's three big reasons that make our hull different and unique than any other boat on the market. First is stability. If you look at the boat, we have a very wide stance. And because we're a catamaran, our flotation's on the outside of the boat, which gives us good side-to-side flotation and stability in a rolling seas. Second, we have higher displacement. You're not drafting as much water. And that's a big issue when you're in the bay water down in Florida or where you get shallow draft issues. Our third point that makes our boat so unique and really the best of all is our smooth ride. If you look at the hull and the way it's designed, you have this tunnel that goes back and actually restricts and gets smaller as it goes towards the back of the boat. And what that does is the faster you move with a catamaran, it compacts air and creates lift. And so when you're on top of the water, you're not creating drag, not creating friction. That gives you better fuel efficiency and a much smoother ride when you're in a choppy sea.
Adam, that's a great explanation. But who came up with this Splendor Boat catamaran design?
Well, Tim, that's a great question. As you know, we're a family business. We're in our third generation of boat building. Let's go talk to my grandfather and see where it all started. Tim, this is my grandfather, Doyle Heckerman.
Doyle,
Hey.
it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Well, guys, hey, I need to get back to work. I'll let you guys discuss, and I'll talk to you later, all right?
Hey, thanks, Adam.
Yep.
Doyle, Adam was telling me some of the history, but I want to hear it straight from you. How did this all get started?
I went to work out of high school to a woodwork company, and in 1959 is when fiberglass came into the boating industry. So since I was one of the younger ones, why they put me in fiberglass, and I've been building fiberglass ever since. I worked for other companies, managing plants and stuff for 20 years, and then I really enjoyed the design work, so I started my own company doing pattern work for other companies, and I did pattern work for some of the major companies, boat companies, and then in the late 80s I come up with this idea, and I said it was too good to give away, and so we tooled it up, and we've been building boats for 20 years.
And you build them across the world and across the nation.
Yep, we've got them anywhere from Indonesia to South America to England. So we've been awful fortunate.
Well, that's fascinating, Doyle. Thanks again for your time, and good luck and congratulations. I tell you what, you got me so excited. I got to go find Brandon and get on the water.
He'd be glad to give you a test ride, and it's been a pleasure meeting you.
Thanks, Doyle. Good luck to Splendor Boats.
Yeah.